Hi pretties. Welcome back to my channel. I know a lot of y'all are probably like, girl, where the hell have you been? It's literally been probably by the time you see this video a little over a month since I've uploaded any new content. Honestly guys, I was in a very creative block. I can't say that anything was going on bad in my life. Honestly, quite to the contrary, things were going very well in my life. So I just think that I needed to take a mental break, get back on track, and come back and bring y'all the best content ever. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do not produce lazy content. I don't produce content just for the hell of it. And I don't produce content just to make a buck. So I always want to make sure that the content that I'm putting out is honest and that I'm feeling my best and that I'm just high energy and I'm giving y'all my best, because if I'm not, I think that y'all can tell that on camera. Y'all can tell when she's not her best. And I never want that. But anyways, now that y'all know where I've been, right, I have some exciting news. I actually was able to go to an influencer event here in Baltimore and I received the Game of Thrones palette. I know that for a lot of y'all that's going to be like, oh my gosh, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones. I wouldn't even know what the hell Game of Thrones was until about 3 weeks ago. I got suckered into watching it, so I'm starting off watching it. When I first seen it, I was like, everyone's going to go wild over this palette. Here is the palette right here. What I'm doing is I'm going to create a really quick, simple, sexy eye look, and it's all in favor of Queen Cersei. Y'all will hear more about why I am obsessed with Queen Cersei. I understand she's the villain. I get it. But anyways, y'all, that's just a quick intro. I'm going to zoom in and let y'all see what the eyes are looking like, because that's the main point of this video. All right, if you're ready to go ahead and get started, go ahead and keep watching. Oh, before you keep watching, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because it really helps my channel and I super appreciate it. Let's go. Okay, so y'all know I like to jump right into my videos. So I want to first say I love the packaging for this. It is so pretty and I think it's so designed well to the show from what I've seen from the show. I gotta be honest with y'all. I got caught on the bandwagon. Yes, I did. I felt like a lot of peer pressure, honestly, with this show. Anyone else, comment below in the comment section if you felt like you were peer pressured into watching this show. And I know it's over and all of that, but I'm still catching up with it. I won't even say how far I am into it because y'all will clown the hell out of me. Anyways, I want to show y'all what each of the color selections we have going on here, and they're by names, and then the colors actually represent each family. Or for instance, this is the North, so it has that blues going on. Then you have House Stark, which has more rich emerald jewel tone type of look. House Lannister, which is like more fiery type of looks, burgundies. I see a little bit of copper in there. And then finally House Targaryen. That's always a mouthful for me, which has like purples in there, a lot of purples and gold and a little bit of like red in there. Super cool. And when you open it up, this is the part that I love. And this is obviously, I don't doubt that it's going to not be a great product, but it's obviously a collector's item as well for somebody that's totally into, this whole show and everything like that, because it has this little cool effect here. You just open that up. It has a really big size mirror. I don't want to blind y'all and show y'all all of that. And then when you pull it out here on the side, this is the actual palette. And it retails for $65. You can get it at Sephora, Ulta, or of course UrbanDecay.com. And today, I think I'm going to we'll see how this works. Try to stick to the Lannister family. And let me tell y'all why. I chose to go with the Lannister family because I absolutely love Queen Cersei. And I totally understand that Queen Cersei is like everybody's, she's not that person. And I know y'all probably like, boo, you whore. Listen, hear me out. I love Queen Cersei because I feel that she's ruthless, yes, but she's ruthless about her family and she's ruthless about the things that she wants. Queen Cersei honestly is probably spoiled. I'm a spoiled girl and sometimes I go to the extreme to get what I want, so it's like I can totally relate to her. And plus I really like the colors here, so that's why I wanted to go with this. The only color I think I might have to dig into is a little bit of the Winterfell Nyarma. Actually I am. This is going to be my transitional color, and just because the Lannister red is a little bit too reddy, bricky for me to put as my transition color. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all get closer and we'll get started. So first things first, I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm using Born This Way concealer from Too Faced in the shade Honey. And I just like to put this on my eyelids. Urban Decay is usually a brand that doesn't show up so well on my eyelids. It's just not very pigmented. So I always have to use some type of concealer as a base. The concealer that you use as your base, you want it to be about 2 to 3 shades lighter than you, so that it can pop on your eyes when you put on the eyeshadows. So I'm just gonna place that down there and I'm gonna blend it out. So once that's pretty satisfactory for me, I'm going to go in with this first color, Nyamara. Now, like I said, this is from the House of Stark family. However, I don't want to go in with Lannister red because sometimes going in with just like a bricky red can be a little bit too harsh no matter the skin tone. So, oh yes. Ooh. Ooh, pigmentation. Okay. Okay. That was actually a little more intense than what I thought it was going to be, but I'm loving it. I am loving it. Get it all in the crease area. And make sure it's pigmented here in the crease area. A lot of looks fall flat because what you do is you don't go in enough in the crease area right here, and you don't shape out your eye. I'm just following the natural shape of my eye. My eyes are naturally like more like almond cat shape type of eyes. So I just follow that natural shape. So after I'm done with my transition shade, I'm going to go in with the color Lannister Red, and that's the shade right here. And I'm using my, what is this, my Lancome number 17 brush. This brush is very good if you have small almond shaped eyes because it helps keep precision. And I just want to go right in on the outer V with that, not really taking it up into my crease. So I'm deciding that I want to take that Lannister red and I kind of want to do a blown out method. So basically all that is just taking your brush and going like this and then like this inward. So you go outward this way, inward this way. And you see it starts to create more of the illusion of a cat eye because I just love how seductive and sexy Queen Cersei always looks. So that's really the vibe that I want with this look. The next step is going to be optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm just always with the extra stuff. So I'm going to do a small cut crease. If you're not into cut creases or you're just beginning, then I suggest just going right in with the next color. But all I'm doing is taking that same concealer that I used for my base. And I'm going to take this brush from Crown Brush. It is the C469 Precision brush, and I absolutely love it to do a cut crease. So basically all I'm going to do is just go right here where my crease is. I like to go a little bit above since my eyes are pretty small and petite. And I'm just going to draw the outline first and then fill it in. Nothing hard about it at all. A lot of people stress about a cut crease, but the thing about it is it does not have to be this perfect thing. I have seen cut creases be super sharp. I've seen them be a little bit more on the softer side, and they all look good to me, to be honest. So once I have my creases cut like I want to, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this shade called Casterly Rock. And that's just more so like a brown, sparkly, shimmery, it has like silver undertones type of shadow. And this is going to serve as a transition to the main color that I'm going to use on the lid, which is Red Keep. And the main goal here is to just diminish that line. You don't want to see any lines here on the side. I have a little confession, y'all. I've been dipping. I had to get into a little bit more. Why do I keep going back to House of Stark? I had to get back over there into the Winter is Here shade, because if you notice, it's a little deeper than the Castle Rock to go right here. But I just used the slightest amount, y'all. The slightest amount. I'm still Team Lannister. Don't get it twisted. Okay, so for the second to final color, I'm going to go in with the color Red Keep, and it's this shade right here. This shade is more of like a orangey bronze, and it's so pretty. I just noticed that all of these colors are really suited more towards fall. But if you're into that type of thing where you do fall makeup, spring makeup, whatever, they're just really rich colors that normally you don't tend to do in the heat of the summer. Probably because normally it's too freaking hot for a lot of makeup anyway. But that is so gorgeous. And I'm barely tapping the brush in it. And look at it. This is why it's so important to use a base. So not really sure how that just happened. Thought I was recording, but apparently I was just talking to the camera for about 4 minutes to myself. Totally cool. That always happens. Anyways, I went in with the color King's Landing, and that's just the final color you see here. So basically we have a whole gradient effect going on. We're going from lighter to darker. I think this is really, really cool and pretty. I'm going to go ahead and add my liner and lashes off camera and let y'all see what the eye look looks like. Okay, so this is what the eye look is looking like thus far. I did decide to add some colored contacts. This is in the shade Pure Brown. You can use my code to save some money off of these contacts. Shout out to Iris Beauty for sending me these contacts. I am going to go down under my waterline with some colors from my actual eye look, but I like to do that after I put on my concealer and everything while my powder is setting, so if there's any fallout I can just brush it right out. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. I'm going to add the rest of my foundation and facial makeup and come back with my final thoughts and some swatches. Okay, so this is what my final look would look like. If you're interested in any of my facial products, including my skincare prep, just click down below and all of that will be listed. As promised, I'm going to do some quick swatches. So we're going to first start off with the first, which is the North. Those are the blues and the black. So the first one we have here is Take the Black, followed by White Walker. And it's like an iridescent bluish purple type of color. After that, we have Frozen North. Then we have Free Folk, which is a silvery type of color. And if I don't explain one color, I guess because I'm like, it's obviously like, that's like a nice blue color. And then last we have Hard Home. Can I put Hard Home? Right here. So this is all from the Take the North. Next up, we're going to swatch House Stark. The first color is Nyamra, and this is the color that I actually use for my transitional, followed by Winter is Here. That's more of a gunmetal-y shade. After that, we have Werewood Leaves. I know I probably messed that all up. Y'all can get on me in the comment section. That's just a nice purple. And then this color, I love it. It's called The Sight. Y'all have to give me a second with my nails. I'm trying to pick up the colors really good for you. And that's a nice emerald color. And these are the colors up close. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Winterfell. Duh, gotta get the circular one. That's Winterfell. So I'm going to skip over the house that I just used, which is House Lannister, and go to House Targaryen, because y'all already seen these colors pretty much. So the first color we have is Stormborn. And this is a really pretty purpley color. Has a little bit of shimmer in it, like silver shimmers is what I'm seeing. Then there's House Targaryen. And this is like a more, I would say more like a brownie gold. And then we have a Dorthakrian. I know I'm pronouncing everything wrong. Oh my gosh. And this is like more of a yellow gold type of color. Then we have Bend the Knee. And this is really pretty too. It's kind of like, I thought it was going to be like a little bit like White Walker because they both look iridescent from the house Start, but this one has definitely more lavender in it. And then their circular color is Bay of Dragons. And this one, this is really hard to put my finger on. It's really soft, y'all. It actually just crumbled up on me. But this one is more like a, I guess I would say like a pinky, creamy, somewhere in between there. This is what they look like up close. Really pretty colors. I take back what I said about the palette not being suited for spring, because these actually are pretty dope spring colors. Okay, so I could be considerate of y'all time. I went ahead and swatched the House Lannister, the house that I mainly used off camera. So the first one we have is Red Keep, and like I said, that's like a bronzy orange. After that, we have Casterly Rock. It's more of a brownie gunmetal. Then we have House Lannister, which is a peachy color. Well, it looks really peachy here. It's not showing up too peachy on my skin tone, but I just may need a base. Then we have Lannister Red. That's one of my favorite colors. And then King's Landing. And the King's Landing is what I put in my inner tear duct. So let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts so we can wrap up this video. I'm definitely more impressed than what I thought I was even going to be. The pigmentation was amazing. I did use a base, but even without the bases, I didn't put any bases doing these swatches, and the pigmentation still looks really good up against my skin. The formulation was really good. There was not a lot of fallout. Of course, you can expect some fallout when the colors are a little bit shimmery. And I also love how this palette, it wasn't really repeating a lot of colors. Sometimes I hate when you have a palette and it's like a lot of the colors are repeated. Even if some of the colors mimicked each other, there's still that soft, subtle difference that makes it worthwhile. Definitely not just to a makeup artist's eye or someone who's into makeup eye, but even if you're not so much into makeup, I think that your eye can still catch the soft, subtle differences in the shades. I'm thoroughly impressed. Like I said, it retails for $65. I definitely think you're going to get your bang for your buck with this Urban Decay shadow. I do want to say thanks so much for Urban Decay for sponsoring this video and also sending over this palette as well as some other goodies. And also thanks for inviting me out. I went to my first ever influencer event in Baltimore, and it was actually at the Rye Bar. If you're in Baltimore, I definitely suggest that you check it out. We did a beautiful cocktail class. It was Urban Decay. I met a lot of beautiful ladies and they gave us goodie bags and we had great appetizers and stuff. If you missed it, it was up on my Snapchat. I may insert a few clips in this video, I'm not sure. But again, thanks so much to Urban Decay. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for y'all patience with me during my absence from my channel. I really hope that y'all are loving this look and y'all will continue to thumbs up this video, comment down below, subscribe and share. All those things helps my channel. Again, thanks so much for watching. Remember to stay pretty and I'll see y'all next time.